The next topic is on appreciation. In the previous activity, we had seen our childhood days. We noted our good memories, our small victories from our childhood. But that is what we felt, or it could be somebody else telling us. But even if somebody else didn't tell, if we had felt it, we had written it. Now we will note only those appreciations or the victories we had, post which somebody else apart from us, somebody else appreciated us. And this has to be in your career. If you've not started working, you can consider your internship as well, but appreciation should be in a form of written, through mail, letter, whatever, or it could be said to you directly. So we won't assume somebody is appreciating us. We would want somebody telling us, right, that you have been appreciated for this thing, or it's a wonderful task that you have done. I can't believe you have done this. It is super. Something like this is appreciation. So somebody coming and telling us directly, appreciating the work that we have done. So this will again be something that we have done post our college. So at work, somebody is appreciated. That is all what we will consider here. Okay, so I'll tell you my appreciation story. One of my appreciation stories at work, I had just joined this multinational organization, a very famous one. My role primarily was into training people, and I was really happy being a part of that organization. So for the initial days, obviously one has to learn the product, process, system, culture, multiple things. So I was to undergo a training. However, my bosses also wanted me to actually perform and do certain things. So what can somebody give a new joinee? So the easiest task that they could give was taking interviews. So I had to take multiple interviews there. And second thing is that they gave me is a project which didn't require much of product knowledge, and it required a little bit of it, but obviously my colleagues would support me, and my boss wanted me to do that. So I started doing both of these things together. Now let me tell you a scenario. What was it going at that point of time? I had just joined there, as I had told you. The team had multiple things to do. They were under immense pressure, and they were very rebellious. The whole crowd, it was a huge crowd that was rebellious at that point of time. They were least bothered what seniors would be saying. Mainly, I think, could be because of weak leadership and management. But this is just to show you what was the scenario. So, and people who were working were had to do multiple tasks. They were under immense pressure to do their jobs. So when my boss told me I had to get this work done from a huge team, mind it, these people do not report into me. So it was an unhealthy working culture, and people who were actually working had no intention of doing anything extra. This is just to give you a hint of what this scenario was all about. So I just saw that, and I didn't have a title of a leader. Now I had just joined there, and I saw this, that pressurizing people for any task is not going to work here. I was really clear that as a new joinee, I was really excited to get that particular project into green from red. So then I decided. So also my role had that early in the morning I got almost half an hour to address the team. Being a trainer, so I had to address the updates. So I had 30 minutes in morning dedicated, wherein I can address the team where we should be going, or if at all there are any updates or not. So I was lucky in that part. In fact, I started in a very different manner. I started appreciating people for what they had done, and believe me, people had done just 5%, and I had to appreciate even for those small victories that somebody did. So for a couple of days I reiterated to the people, and out of them obviously few would initiate that. So then once those people started doing it, what I did is I started appreciating, and I started everyone to have a round of applause for them. And this went on for a couple of days, and this was in a very encouraging way. I did not pinpoint somebody who didn't do, who I appreciated the people who were doing it. And so this went on for some time, and 80% of the people were doing it successfully. Also in between, if they had any query, if they had any issue, technical issue, I was always there to support. So for I supported one on one, or else if it is a common problem that they had, which I used to ask in the morning itself, that do you have a problem, let me know. So if they had any issue, definitely they would approach me. So for common issue, I would escalate it. And I also had showed them what's the easier way to do this particular thing, because when you take up a project, you have to know it in and out. So you know the easiest way, and as a trainer you can always show an easy way to do that task. So I used to show them, I used to show it to everyone. Now 80% had started doing it, momentum was there. The last 20% was such that they were still in that rebellious mode. So obviously I cannot do the same thing again. So in those morning time, I used to make it a fun session for the ones who did not do now, because now I had 80% people on my side. So for those 20%, I would ask them, sir, what is your problem, in a very fun way. So so I started addressing, taking their name directly, that sir, what's your problem, or ma'am, what's your problem, why are you unable to do it? And they would come up with their problems, then I'll solve their problem. And when I pinpointed them at that point of time, it was not in a serious way, it was in a very fun way. So in live audience, you know what a person feels, right? So I used to make it so hilarious in the morning that people would laugh the moment I take out this topic, when I start this topic. So everybody would be giggling, rather than being rebellious, everybody would laugh and smile. This was a scenario which I created during that momentum phase. So when I used to pinpoint that individual who had not done, that person did not feel offended, he did not feel insulted. Rather, he got the message that okay boss, I have to do it. And the rest who had been doing it, they were also sure that we have to do it. But the impact of pressure was zero. So there was nothing, pressure was 0%, but work definitely you have to do it, there's no option to it. So they had to do that thing, and I used to do it every single day, and every day people would laugh when somebody had not done it, and that person would not feel offended. I ensured that with experience you come to know how to lead a crowd in fun way. And so I was good at it, so I did it really well. And probably I would have completed a month or maybe 1.5 months, and we get reports, right, the Excel report or the MIS reports. So that was rolled out, and the department in the state that I was working in, that was stopped. So my national head, this is a multinational organization, so they had department in every state, almost every state. So my national manager appreciated me once on a conference call, and he asked me that you are a newbie, you have done fantastic, let others, you also show others how you did it. What did I do differently, what the rest can't do it? So then I shared my way, what I did, and he really liked it. And that was the first month of joining, and throughout the year I had ensured that that particular project was not only in green, but I was the topper pan India. And this was one of the appreciation that I had received. So what did I learn? I'm sure we all have appreciations at our workplace. So what did I learn from this thing? Couple of things that you can say, this incident that got me this appreciation. What was it? First, I was able to gauge what is going around. Second, I had an encouraging leadership style. So I was not a leader. Those people did not report to me. They were not, if they didn't wanted to do, they were fine. They didn't report to me. So my Leadership was encouraging rather than pressurizing. What was I good at? Addressing crowds, can make work fun and support when required. So this is what I can learn from this particular incident. So this was an appreciation that I had received. I'm sure you too will have multiple appreciation way better than the story that I told you right now.
Mention your career related success story and see the qualities you had. What was the field or which particular thing you had for which you were appreciated, or what all you did which made you successful? There it needs to be mentioned. So, in my case, I led with a easy fun way to lead rather than giving orders. Appreciated people, and who would not like to be appreciated? Addressed crowd in a fun way, plus was there when people said they had problems, so supported with issues. So mention those traits and rate them on knowledge or how practical you were able to do it, and passion, and then sum it up. Don't just limit yourself to one story. Rather, you may mention 5 to 7 such stories. This actually helps us to see our strengths from others' view, and this is very important. Then rate yourself on knowledge and passion and score them. Later, highlight the highest number in the last column as we did in the previous activities. Also, you guys are doing really great and we are almost done. The next section is about why. So let's just get right into it. Thank you.